Welcome to another Copado Architect Corner. Today's topic is Get Good, Understanding Feature, Environment, and Promotion Branches. We're going to be diving into the explanation of the Get branches and what their purpose is. So welcome to the Copado Architect Corner. So we're going to be diving into Get, and there's the concept of a branch. So when you're working with Git is a library for source code that keeps track of changes across dozens, hundreds, potentially even thousands of files and tracking those changes. So a branch is where the Git looks across all of these files, and if you make certain changes, you can group those changes into a branch, and then you can move that branch around. There's different those branches can be small with a few minor changes, or the branches can hold a lot of things. So in working with source-driven development in Salesforce, there are three main kinds of branches. There are feature branches, there are promotion branches, and environment branches. These three are pretty much used across the industry, whether you're using Copado or any other development tools. When you use Git, these are key concepts. And we're going to walk through and explain the different kinds of branches. So the first type of branch we're going to talk about are environment branches. And what environment branches represent is the status of a particular Salesforce environment. This is different than, let's say, standard .NET or Java development, in the sense that we need to be tracking what's inside of each of these orgs. These orgs, production is long-lived, and even sandboxes can, a stage, full sandbox can exist for weeks, months in duration, and you could be sending many things through them. And in that particular situation, having a Git branch which tracks the current state of that branch can be very important. And so environment branches represent the state. Now, in Git, you typically have a top-level branch called main. And in the case of Salesforce development, that main represents what is in production. So this looks like a pipeline, but it demonstrates that I may have two dev environments with an int going to a UAT, going to a main being production, and I may have a hotfix that's right off of main. And I'm going to have an environment branch for every one of these environments. So environment branches are the current state of that environment and what Git believes is inside that org for the elements covered by Git. Now we're going to talk about feature branches. Feature branches are where I'm going to do a block of work. I'm going to start making changes. So in Copado and in many systems, it's a decision to make, where is the feature branch based off of? So what you'll typically do in the case of Copado, the default behavior is to take this feature branch, it'll start off of main. By doing so, you're basing this feature off of what is production, and it'll quickly identify anything that is different than production. There are other circumstances where you may make the feature branch out of a different environment. The default behavior is out of main. So the feature branch is made out of main, and then what Copado does is it pulls any changed elements and merges them into the feature branch. So feature branch represents first, it's based out of main, and then you identify through Copado the different elements of things you've changed, and they go into the feature branch. So it represents what we'll call the smallest unit of work, a user story's amount of work. Now, it commits the feature branch into the dev branch, because that's where you're doing your work. And that now has the feature branch tracked off of main, and it's back into the source, into the target branch of dev1. Now, it's time to promote. You want to take one feature branch or 30 feature branches, and you want to migrate them from Dev 1 into an integration environment. So what Copado will do, and this is a typical approach, is you'll create a new branch. In this case, we're going to create a promotion branch, but we are going to be taking this feature from Dev 1 to Int. And so what we'll do is we create it, the system automatically creates a promotion branch off of the target. So the promotion branch, it's temporary. It's created off of the target. Then what we do is we create this promotion branch so it represents where we're going. And then we merge our feature branches one at a time into the promotion branch. So we are essentially catching problems immediately. If we had what's called a merge conflict, then by merging these features into the promotion branch one by one, we will catch any conflicts, places where we would overwrite code, things would be blocked, we'd need to bring in human intervention. So we merge the feature branches into the promotion branch, and that allows us to check for conflicts. Then we've made it without any conflicts into the promotion branch. Now we'll know that it can be ready to be merged into the target. So we're back getting ready for the promotion. The feature branch is merged into the promotion branch, and then we do a deployment into int, and if the deployment is successful, then the promotion branch is then merged into the target branch. So what we do is we accumulate all of our features. Let's say I'm deploying 10 user stories. They all one by one get merged into the promotion. It's like delivering one box or delivering 100 boxes. I'm going to deliver it, put them all into the promotion, and then have a single merge back into int. And then the promotion is only necessary for that single deployment into int. It's a temporary environment. Any changes, delta changes you make, go back into the feature branch, and then they get redeployed back into the source. So we're keeping track of any small minor changes due to the promotion. And then we're now in a good place. So the environments accumulate change, the features stay clean, and then the promotion branch are only there temporarily. So when you go to commit to the next environment, a new promotion branch is created out of the target environment, in this case UAT. The features, which have stayed clean, are then recommitted into the new promotion branch. We don't reuse the old promotion branch. We don't reuse the old promotion branch because it was based off of a different target. And we don't use the old promotion branch because it may have had different features. And we don't use the old promotion branch because things might have changed. So we always, with every promotion, start with a fresh promotion branch off of the target environment. Then we merge the feature branches in. When those and any conflicts are resolved, then we're going to deploy. And then the deploy is successful, we merge the promotion branch. If the deploy is not successful, we don't merge the promotion branch. And eventually it's going to make its way up to main. And that is the goal, is to get this feature branch, its purpose by basing it out of main when you first create the commit is that it will eventually make its way back into main and carry those changes into main. But it may do that with singular promotions, or it might promotions with a single user story, or it might have accumulated and journeyed with other user stories. So we're going to take a look at a Git repo that has been used with some simple Copado actions. So here's a GitHub. I can see my main. You can see my environments, which have the environment branches, which have the name of environments. Here is dev1. And in dev1, I can start to see my contents. Here's an account layout. I get to see its contents. Here is account fields. I get to see some custom fields. So this is an environment branch that represents the contents of an environment. Now it's only accumulating my change. And you can start to see my changes in here from a balance 1, a balance 2. This represents the status of Dev 1. I can then check Dev 2 and also see those same fields which have been deployed into Dev 2. I can go and see into integration, but I have not deployed those to main. So if I go to main, they're not there. We're going to go return to the repository overview. And so I see my Force app and I don't see those. So those have yet, in my scenario, have yet to be deployed. Now I can take a look at my feature branches. Here is a feature branch, and I can quickly see how many commits ahead it is of main, and I can see the changes I've made. In this case, a lightning page layout. In this case, a custom field, and the admin profile. So I can examine the contents of a feature branch. The other thing I can do is I've had some promotions. So a promotion branch has the contents, and in this situation, I can see the contents of the promotion branch, which can then show me what's been promoted. And this was a joint promotion I did, which has both balance 1 and balance 2. So this is showing you that I can see the different branches in my Git. I can see from here my main, which is production, my environments, my promotions, and my feature branches. So to reinforce, Git is the vault that stores the changes of your code, whether it's object definitions, custom fields, or code, and it groups those changes into branches. The most important branch is typically main, that's production, and then that is what we call an environment branch, production, dev, UAT. The second branch are feature branches, which are my changes, custom field, page layout. And then when I want to move things from environment, I create a promotion branch out of my target, merge my features, and then eventually merge my promotion branch back in. And then I can discuss, my promotion branches are short-lived. My feature branches stay as long as that feature till it makes it into production, and I want to know what those were. So feature branches, medium-lived for the duration till the feature is finally done. The environment branches stay in effect, they're long-lived, and the promotion branch is short-lived. So this will help you understand typical branching strategy and especially Copado branching strategy. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining. Get good. May the source be with you. And join us again, Copado Architect Corner. Make sure you subscribe. Hope this was helpful and have a great day. Thank you very much.